Hey, it's David from Wisdom Square. How are you doing today? I wanted to talk to you about vitamins, protein, and minerals. What do we actually need to live a healthy life, lose weight, and just feel good every day? Um, the thing about vitamins and protein, they're very different than what minerals are. And I realized this once I discovered, it's kind of obvious now thinking back at it, but the minerals are the exact same thing as the elements on the periodic table, right? So if we want to talk about like what is the most basic thing we need for life, what are the real building blocks of life? Commonly, you'll say that about protein, protein made of amino acids, it's the building blocks of life. You need it to grow muscle, to grow bones, to become healthy when you get older. But, it's not one of the elements on the periodic table. Instead, minerals, iron, copper, zinc, calcium, that's what's on the periodic table. Those are the most basic forms of, what makes up everything we see in the world. And same thing for vitamins as well. They're missing from the periodic table. So really, that's the focus that I place on nutrition. It goes to minerals because of that reason. And also, it's not just logically I know that, but it's through my experience as well. And it's if you were to try the tricky part is if you try to supplement, if you're nutrient deficient, if you're hungry all the time, you have all these cravings, like we're hungry not because we need to fill our stomachs with, a mass of fiber, something, really heavy that sits on us. We're hungry because we're missing nutrition, something that like feeds our body. And, from what I've come to understand, it's minerals. And the tricky thing about it is minerals aren't that profitable. The right kind, the type of minerals that we need, that we can absorb in our bodies. And the reason I say that is because the most profitable thing to make is something proprietary, something you can make in a laboratory. For example, synthetic vitamin C, or a vitamin D pill, which is not even a vitamin; it's an actual hormone when you look more carefully at it. These type of artificial nutrients that companies make, package in a little pill, and then we take it thinking we're going to lose weight, become healthy, stop getting sick as often, but then we don't. And really, I think these words, vitamins and protein, are basically like marketees words that are meant to tease us into buying products that we don't actually need. Um, and the thing is, you can't take minerals and make them synthetically in a lab either. You can't, and companies try to do that. They'll give you a vitamin for vitamin D. They'll give you like an iron pill, and that's, iron is a mineral. But the thing is, that's a different type of mineral. It's iron oxide. That's the hard form of iron. Before, what really the only way we can absorb minerals is when they're in the soil, and then they have to be digested by a plant. Once they're digested by a plant, it goes up through the roots, it goes inside the plant, it's now in a liquid form. And, chemically, you would now call this iron fluorine instead of iron oxide before it's digested by the plant. And that's the only way that we can absorb these minerals and get the most out of them, is after, nature does what it does best. And the thing about that is it's not proprietary. So a company can't make a large amount of money claiming this is their, secret method. They can't, trademark it. This is what nature does, and this is what we need the most if we want to lose weight, look younger, feel better. It's not just minerals aren't just the building blocks of muscles and bone, but it's also for our minds as well. It makes us feel better. It kind of puts us more in control of our bodies and of our emotions as well, and our confidence. So, that's why I look at, minerals from plants that come from healthy soil, because that's the other part of the problem. Most of our food is grown in soil on a farm where they only put back 3 minerals after, multiple harvests. Every time you harvest, you rip up everything from the soil and you plant new seeds. That soil becomes empty over time pretty quickly. So the fact that they sell these huge bags of only nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium (NPK) is just 3 minerals they're putting back in the soil. Meanwhile, there's 90 naturally occurring elements on the periodic table, 90 minerals that us as humans we can absorb, but we're missing from our diet. So when I say like I experience the difference, that's when I start using more herbs in my diet. Drinking more herbal teas, taking herbal capsules, even herbal tinctures, putting it on my food as I'm cooking. Any way that I could find an opportunity for me to get more herbs into my diet, and a good amount of them too. That's what made the difference. A little bit goes a long way. You notice it right away, but then the more you eat of something good, the better it's going to be for you, of course. So that's when I noticed I stopped getting sick as much. My breathing got better. I just felt better generally. My energy got better, and it didn't come from before when I was taking vitamins and fish oil pills and all these different multi-nutrient powders and everything you can imagine. It wasn't until I began looking for wild-crafted herbs that grow in the wild. So just wanted to explain that to you, the difference, how I've come to understand it between vitamins and protein and minerals. And I hope that can show us that what we need to be looking for is the health of the soil that our food is growing in, and that's where we get the minerals from. So I hope today was good for you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have a good one.